Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Bodylove, coming home to your body's wisdom. With Murmur, I'm Bridget.
And I'm Marie.
And we just want to really say thank you for being here and thank you for trusting and being guided into this space. Marie and I really wanting to create a really safe and peaceful space for you to find this point of reconnection with your body. Yeah. And it's a mini masterclass, so there's going to be some education in it and then a short practice that you can apply straight away. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Because that'll be...
Stay right till the end. We've got an exciting announcement at the end.
Yes.
And Bridget and I, we've both been navigating perimenopause for a while now, and what we're really creating with this mini masterclass today and with all our offerings are the things that we wish we'd had right at the beginning of our journey, because there's so much information out there and it can be quite overwhelming
and confusing.
Yeah. And so we just want to honour that you might be in a space right now where you're feeling really confused, and we're not here to add to that confusion. We're here to just be a breathing space within all of that noise that's going on, so that you can then tap into your body.
Yeah. So we know that the story of menopause, and we're going to use menopause, and that just to let you know that it also encapsulates perimenopause, postmenopause, but that menopause just seems to pull it all together. Yeah. So just to let you know,
for the ease,
just for the ease of saying. Otherwise, it gets a bit clunky.
It gets a bit of a mouthful.
Yeah.
And we are really here to share a new message for this time in your life. And it may seem like a bit of a conflicting or confronting statement to say that perimenopause can be the best time of your life.
Yeah.
And we just want to assure you we're not here to just, love and light our way to, into this wonderful space with menopause.
We're not bypassing.
We're not spiritually bypassing. We're not trying to encourage you to see brain fog and dry vaginas as a happy place. We're not doing that.
No, so. Marie and I are very real, and we've both experienced different parts of the perimenopause journey and had to come at it in a different way. We've got a little cat here. To come into a place of reckoning with it, and then acceptance of it, and finding our way through it.
Yeah.
And that's really what we want this space to be, is that maybe, just maybe, there's another way, and it's not really what the main message is in the media about, because we also know that at the moment perimenopause and menopause are big and loud, and it's a kind of actually become almost an international health crisis. And it's beautiful that now it's starting to get the recognition that this is a time in a woman's life that has been cloaked, misunderstood, taboo, and ignored for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
But that what we are wanting to offer is a space, a new way through. And so stay with us.
Yeah.
With that.
New lens to look at it all.
And so the current narrative for perimenopause and what we hear from women and what we see on social media is a lot of conflicting information. And that what we really know, though, is that as women, and as a woman in her 40s and a woman in her
nearly 50s,
later 40s, is that actually we've been told things since we were little girls, and sometimes not directly but inadvertently through the media and our culture about our bodies.
Yeah, it becomes like a little background noise, just like it's there. It's like just humming this narrative.
Yeah, and this narrative is that, our worth is determined by how we look.
Yeah.
That our bodies need to be a certain way in order to receive attention and love. And so we've spent actually half a lifetime fitting into a mold that's somebody else's creation, actually. And often what that's done for so many women, and we've heard firsthand this from so many women,
we're in
we're battling our bodies.
Yeah.
We've got deep belief systems about our bodies, and that have been ongoing almost for, since maybe we were teenagers or even younger.
Even younger. It starts even younger.
Yeah. And so when perimenopause hits and we hear the cultural narrative that it's the beginning of the end, all of that old stuff that's been in the system, that's been in the mind, becomes really loud. When beauty changes, and as we age, it changes, but it speaks to this feeling of becoming invisible. And
that loudness, it just acts as a barrier between us and our bodies, and what your body's actually wanting to tell you, and what it's signaling to you. And we like Bridget said, we're being told by women so many times just the confusion that they feel at this time, and how they're dismissed, and they feel like they're completely losing themselves. Like, am I going mad? What's happening to me?
And you felt like that.
Oh yeah. I felt all of those things. I mean, I had my children later, and I ended up sort of straddling these two worlds of, I've got a 4-year-old and a 8-year-old, and I'm 49, and I'm kind of straddling the two worlds of, of motherhood to small children and being menopausal. And
I remember you saying that you didn't even, you
I
were
didn't
48
even know.
and you had no idea.
No one had even mentioned these things that I was feeling as, oh, maybe this is perimenopause. I just thought I was postpartum, the brain fog, everything that I was feeling, about the mood swings and changes, and I just all put it down to having a small baby. And it was it's been a challenging time,
and the big life changes that come for most of us in these age of the 40s.
Yeah.
Where we're really, so that's really what Marie and I are wanting to convey, is that this is a big time of spiritual growth, emotional growth. It's not just purely physical, as the medical, it's like being very medicalized, like many other rites of passage that we walk through as women.
Yeah.
And it's not to dismiss that. We're not dismissing that it's very real.
Yes.
The symptoms are bloody
very real.
And we get that. We're not denying that.
Yeah.
But
But it is heartbreaking when it gets so over medicalized, it becomes this problem. It's like birth. It has for women too. It's become a medical problem. It's just, a problem to solve, which then the message underlying that is there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
There's something, you're broken.
Yeah.
And
it's a leading cause of suicide is at this time in a woman's life.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a bloody health crisis.
Yeah.
Like, what is really, we just want to say what is really going on.
Yeah.
And we want to say that there is another way. There is another way. And it's actually a really ancient way, because these ways, they're in us. These ways of reconnecting to our bodies, to listen to our bodies. The body speaks, and she speaks in a different way than we've ever been taught. She speaks through sensation and feelings and tears.
Tension
And so, but because we've had these narratives, and because as women we've been out of pace with the cyclic nature of how our bodies work, our own cycles. Often your own cycle of bleeding is completely foreign, because we're also taught to just power through that time as well.
The symptoms can feel a little like that grinder that's happening in the background, like perfect timing, yes.
The neighbours grind something in the garage. So hopefully that's not too
That's just like the background
loud
noise of the story of menopause. Just
Yeah.
We have sound effects.
We want you to know, though, like one of the key messages to take away from today is to look at your symptoms, even the worst of them or the hardest of them, that they're actually signs, and that your body's trying to speak to you. And it speaks in a different language, and it's a language that we have to learn as women in order to see an opportunity that perimenopause and menopause is presenting to us in this phase of our life. And that is why we say it can be the best time of your whole life, because finally we can reconcile all the parts of us that have been in battle and in disharmony, and that we finally get to choose who we are and what and how we want to live. And we get to kind of re-commune with our body, to befriend her, and to
be able to fully listen. Like Bridge and I, we like to call it body literacy. It's like we're having to learn how to hear, how to, like learning another language. The body speaks a language. And what we would really love to share with you in a moment, we're going to share a beautiful practice with you that helps you to connect in, so that you can start to, like Bridge is saying, create this new relationship with your body where you can put down the weapons now. You don't have to keep fighting her. You don't have to keep being in this full, battle. So,
and this isn't to say that by doing this it's going to miraculously take all the symptoms away. It may not. But it's going to change the way you respond and relate to yourself and to
that
your
does
body.
Change everything, because if you respond in a different way, it might be the same, a symptom there, but if you are responding to it in a different way rather than reacting, then it changes everything. Yeah. And then it becomes like the body. I love it. We were talking before about how it's like a sacred text. It's like learning this sacred text that has, as women, it is in every cell of our being, that way to be in communion with our body. And we've just been, we just haven't been taught.
No.
And, we
haven't been taught, and we've been actually taught a completely opposite narrative.
To keep pushing, to force, to productivity is your worth. It just,
And so we're saying actually the opposite is true. The wisdom, your power, your sense of choice and authority and love and buoyancy and vitality and magnetism. It lives in there. And that's what is actually coming alive in the perimenopause journey. But
that's why it can be the best time of your life. Because we can actually allow this new way to become alive within us. It's like a whole system upgrade. Where
I've had this really an ongoing histamine issue in myself, and it's become clear that it's related to my gut, and it's all come up in perimenopause. And what I'm finding, because I'm choosing to listen in a different way to what my body's saying, and I'm not out there trying to just solve it. Well, I have gone through that phase.
I was about to say, I have watched the beautiful unfolding of it, like the beginning, like resisting it, the
overwhelm of it,
overwhelm,
and this kind of this reorienting myself back to the body and to listening to my body, and what's starting to unfold is this part of me that I didn't really know existed. And I'm finding that by the choices that I'm making to heal my gut are opening up this whole part of me that fills my life with joy. And it comes through cooking the most slow mind, it's like...
And it's been so beautiful to watch that unfold. That's the other thing, is women, we actually love witnessing one another rising and growing, and it's just been so beautiful to see something that was such a pain point turn into this sort of this deliciousness in your life of it's helped me to slow down and cook in a different way and nourish my body in a different way. It's been really beautiful to watch you go on that journey over the last 5 or 6 months.
And that's what I've found, having worked with women for such a long time, and especially doing women's circles, is that this is what happens in women's circles, that we get to listen, when we listen to each other and we see someone in the struggle, in the life struggle of the everyday things, that the challenges that come into our lives, it's this witnessing
Yeah.
and this healing that happens. It's a
For
magical
both people.
thing. Yeah.
For both people. Your healing is my healing is yours. It's just, it's
a symbiotic kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's very, very beautiful when you
and women are so good at it.
Yeah.
Like they're so good at that when they get into
that's
that.
What it does. Like, women's circles, or this it gives women this opportunity to step into this higher nature within themselves.
Yeah.
It's a transformative space where it calls upon the very best in women.
Yeah.
And it's a very brave thing to be in that space and
Yeah.
to share vulnerably, but my goodness, the transformations are just so powerful and beautiful. So anyway, sorry,
we digress.
We love women.
We were going to do should we do the body blessing now?
Yes.
So maybe just take a moment to get anything. You might like to actually pause the recording now to get pillows, blankets, anything you need to be able to either sit comfortably or lay comfortably. And we may even go somewhere a little quieter.
Yeah, it's only a 5 minute.
It's just 5 minutes.
Yeah, so it's not
long.
So
get yourself comfy.
Yeah, we'll be back. Okay, so hopefully you've got yourself in a comfortable position. And this is just a short invitation for reconnection with your body. So just start to settle yourself in here and just start to feel the weight of your body either on the floor or on the seat below you. Feeling your feet, the weight of your feet. And just taking a beautiful deep breath in and out. And just slowly bringing the awareness out of the mind and the brain and the thinking realm. And bringing it down into the body, into the feeling realm. So just taking another 1 or 2 breaths. Feeling the body here in this moment. And now there's an invitation to bring your hands, and just for a moment, just noticing your hands. These beautiful, beautiful hands that they're healing. They hold such beautiful power in healing. They do so much for us every minute of every day. And just bringing your hands to rest on the top of your head. And just resting them there. And this process, this is we call it the blessing of the body. But really what it is an opportunity for deeper listening. As women, we often get so caught up in our thinking, in our mind, and it keeps us out of our body, very disconnected from the sensations and the feelings. And so this reconnection can feel a bit uncomfortable, but it's just trusting that as we rest these beautiful healing hands of ours on our body in the most tender, gentle, sensitive way, we're sending a message to our body. We're opening a door that may have been closed for some time. So we're just bringing our hands now down. We might like to bring them down to our heart space. Taking another breath here. And we're just holding our hands here. And I'm just going to pause now while you just take some breaths here with your heart. Quiet breaths. Noticing any sensations that might be here. We're not expecting anything. We're just listening. We're just listening. And there might be another part of your body here that maybe it's somewhere that you're having one of the symptoms come. Or maybe that's too much right now, but just moving your hands, listening to your intuition of where you're being called. And wherever that may be, we're just coming to rest our hands there. And just like we did with our heart, we're resting the hands and we're listening. Listening and noticing. If it feels uncomfortable or if you go up into your mind and the thinking, that's very, very natural. Just gently remind yourself that we're coming back into the body and coming back into the feeling of what's in the body just at this very time. And we're just going to take 2 more deep breaths in this same place. Just the listening. And now you might like to just thank your body, thank this part of your body for anything that it shared. Maybe it was silent. That's okay as well. There's no expectation here. And take one final breath. And you might like to rub your hands together and gently cup them over your eyes. And gently opening your eyes now and coming back to this moment.
Oh, wow. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. It's amazing. Every time I do that practice, I'm blown away by when you drop into your body. It's just like, and what comes up in those practices. So if you need to, please pause again the recording and journal anything that your body was telling you. And maybe you couldn't hear, maybe it was very quiet and you like, I didn't get any messages. Just allow yourself a little moment of time, because sometimes they come in your dreams the next day or over the next few days. So,
and also that it's very normal, and I mentioned this,
it
just gets like the thoughts are very loud.
Yes.
Because we're kind of forging a new pathway, or an old pathway that hasn't been trodden for some time.
Yeah.
So it does take time, and it can feel uncomfortable, but our big message is to just persist patiently, tenderly, consistently.
Yeah. And sometimes it can, after these practices, you can go, okay, well, that was great. I've got a new way of looking at menopause now, and I've experienced this, body tuning in practice, but what next? Like, how do I keep this going in my everyday life? Because life can come crashing in pretty loudly. We're all aware of that. There's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot going on.
As women, we're juggling a lot
We're
of things.
juggling a lot. There's a lot on our plates. And, how do we commit to a practice of listening to our bodies? How do we commit to two beautiful birds have just flown past. How do we commit to or find spaces where we can be witnessed? Because it's beautiful to witness ourselves and to connect to our bodies, but the power that comes when we actually witness one another and we have spaces where we can share and be seen and be held and be heard. It's
that's really where that's where the really deep and kind of rapid transformation
lasting
happens.
Change.
And so we wanted to tell you about two beautiful ways that you can work with us. And that is that we're running Bodylove circles, and so they're online circles for women to gather together like we have for a millennia and to witness each other in our journey of body love through perimenopause. And because I know I've run so many circles and online circles that have this potency, it's like you're in the same room with each other. And the biggest takeaway I've had from running women's circles for so long is that when women witness each other and we can vulnerably share from our hearts, the capacity for shame, the silencing shame that as women we carry, it evaporates in an instant, because suddenly through seeing somebody else or hearing someone else and witnessing someone else, we realize we're not the only one. Actually, it's very normal, very natural, and there's something in that breaks the taboo. But we haven't been taught that as women. We've been taught to hide our feelings, hide our experiences. And so this is this beautiful coming home to yourself and to one another.
Yeah, and rapid shifts can happen when we gather. In a short space of time, it shifts, things shift. And we'll be in those spaces, obviously, allowing a lot of time for sharing, and we'll do some somatic practices so that you can be practicing each week this body literacy and
taking you on a journey to reconnecting with our bodies.
Yeah.
Because it is a journey.
Yeah, and to rewrite that story. You know, we've got these stories about our bodies and about our, you know, journey of menopause and our body in menopause. And imagine rewriting that story and how that will set you up for the next...
For the best time of your life.
Yeah, for the best time.
This is how we do it. This is how we do it.
Yeah.
And the second way we can work together is that you can receive coaching with Marie and I together. And so this is a more personalised and intimate experience of sisterhood and of the deep listening that comes when you work with a coach. And so it would be journeying with you more deeply, more intimately with two really trusted and experienced allies as women. And we've both had such a long history of working with women in very, very diverse but very intimate ways and transformative ways. And so that is a really sacred container that we'll share the details with that has more information about that. But it's a really transformational space.
Yeah. And we're just opening up 4 spots for the rest of 2025, and then where that's at capacity. So we would love to work with you in either of those ways, the circles or the one-on-one coaching with the two of us, or you could even bundle it all up together. So we've got a link below in the email. You can get more information there.
Please reach out with
and
any
just
questions.
reach out. Yeah, you just reply to us with this email. We'd love to connect with you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being in the space with us today. Thank you for having the courage to receive it and to be curious with what your body's telling you.
Yeah.
Because she is trying to tell you something, and it's time for you to hear it.
Yeah.
And change the way you walk through menopause.
Absolutely. Yeah. To embrace this best time of your life.
Yeah. Sending you so much love and gratitude.
So much love. Bye.
Bye.